today's episode of The Tenant, I'm in Mumbai. In Mumbai, I'm in the celebrity hub of India. I'm in Pali Hill. Our tenant today is a lawyer staying on rent all by herself. Why is she doing that? What works and what doesn't? Let's meet her.
Hi Vishal, welcome home.
Hi Pooja, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Okay, this is it.
This is it. This is one of the only bungalow vibe apartments you'll find in Bandra. So I'm very excited to show it to you.
Okay, bungalow vibe apartment.
Yes.
Okay, what do you mean by that? I think the
Maybe
entire
you saw-
cottage feel.
Correct. Maybe you saw a glimpse of it when you entered. You know, there was a ground floor and then there's a garden and a swing to sit on. And it's really not giving, an apartment feeling, although it is for us. So,
Okay, so firstly, you said bungalow vibe, yeah. The moment I came in, I saw that hammock outside. I saw the entire way the porch was. This house, apartment, how big is this, firstly?
this is 800 square feet built up. So it's a one bedroom, but a slightly large one bedroom hall kitchen.
Why is Pooja in, Bandra?
I'm in Bandra because I fell in love with Bandra back in 2013 when I moved here. And I always knew walking these streets that I wanted to be here. Mostly because of, the green cover, the Portuguese bungalows that you see around, proximity to cafes, because I just love coffee shops.
So Pooja is basically part of that breed that once you taste Bandra, you want only Bandra.
Absolutely. Only Bandra. I don't think I can see myself living anywhere else in Bombay, but never say never. Never know.
So basically now all your, hopefully means if everything works out well for you, you want to be only in Bandra.
Yes, that's the hope. But I might possibly move to town if that's needed, because that's where I'll be working. Earlier I used to work in Lower Parel, and this was good because I have the sea link connectivity, and to town I have the coastal road connectivity.
But there'll be no Andheri for you,
There'll be no Andheri for me.
no Thane.
No Thane and no Borivali and none of it.
And see, getting this home, this, I generally don't ask this question to tenants because most homes, they are pretty, I won't say unkempt, but there's nothing that really strikes out. This one seems to be done very tastefully. This is your eye, your work.
No, it's actually the owners of the house. I think they are very fond collectors of art, from what I know, and that reflects in their general taste also. So when I came in, I saw the house and I said, I have to be careful not to spoil it because they've done such a good job of it. So I've done very little to it. For example, we needed more seating, so I've got, sofa cum bed, but otherwise I had to send a truck full of furniture back and use their furnished apartment the way it is, which is beautiful.
Was the interiors a factor in choosing this rental home?
Yes, absolutely, because I saw other apartments which for the same price were much larger, had a parking, which, they had one more extra bedroom and one more parking, but I chose this because of the way it's done up.
Because I think काफी लोग का they have that thought process, right? As a landlord, that there's no point investing money in doing this. I'm not going to be staying there.
Right.
So which is why you see a lot of rental options which have like furniture which is like 20 years old. And this apartment, where does Pooja spend most of her time?
Most of my time is spent here in this living area because it's a very uniquely done living area. Like, it's very big for a 1 BHK. So you feel very happy to lounge here. And I've put this TV up so, can sit, after work and watch TV or read a book. I also spend some time on the swing outside because I like to see the dogs that are being, I don't know if you've noticed, but Bandra is the most pet friendly area according to me. So it's constantly dogs being walked and cats roaming around. So, I love being a part of that.
You have pet dogs or stray dogs?
Pet dogs, mostly.
This is your what? Your work from home thing that you have?
Yes, this is my work from home station. I hope not to use it too much. But I've kept it minimal. There's also, sort of a dining area here.
What's the best thing about being in this neighborhood?
There are many things, but I think one of the things I really love is, I have to go for a walk every morning. and I don't want to go to a place where it's a lot of traffic or a bad space to walk. So I walk every day to Carter Road, and if I feel like I can even walk up Pali Hill, and it's a green cover there as well. So for my morning walks, it's an absolutely fantastic place.
So sea facing Carter Road, that's your daily routine.
Yes, and again I can see dogs being walked over there, so that's like an added advantage.
Tell me, you're a lawyer. Do you vet your legal agreement for rents, rental agreement a lot in a very different way?
Absolutely yes. That's
Okay.
what the broker told me. He said,
Okay.
"Madam, आप इतना पढ़ रहे हो, कोई नहीं पढ़ता है इतना agreement, वो standard form होता है."
What's the one clause जो पूजा ने बोला कि ये तो बदलना ही है?
Oh.
Because I as a legal person. क्या है वो clause?
So I don't know if you know, but there's a standard form contract, right, for rentals these days. So there is one line which says you have to pay XYZ amount for deposit, but there is no line which says landlord has to return deposit when you leave. So I said, madam, वो तो देंगे ही ना, तो ऐसा तो आप लिख लो. So I made sure that in the miscellaneous clause, it's written that when I hand over peaceful, vacate the house and possession to you, then you must return the deposit.
Okay, and this thing is the kitchen area. Huh?
Yes, this is the kitchen.
You cook a lot?
I cook, but I have a cook actually. So it was a factor because it's very well organized. It has all these cabinets which the way they should be.
Tell me, is part of the charm of Bandra also for you that it's like a celebrity hub? A lot of actors and cricketers, like I think Tendulkar stays here, SRK stays here, Salman stays here. Is that also part of the charm for Bandra for someone like you?
Not for me, no. But I've never been, a star buff. I've hardly ever seen the celebrities, though I can't lie. I've seen, their cars because I'm a big fan of cars. So I'll identify, this seems to be Manish Malhotra's Range Rover and this is Ori's blue G-Wagon or something like that.
Okay. And this table used quite a bit by you?
I wouldn't say quite a bit. It's only when I prepare a good dinner for somebody who's visiting, then I like to sit here and set it up.
For 1 BHK, I reckon without seeing the bedroom or from the corner that I can see, this seems like a 600 plus square feet carpet area apartment. Did you need such a big apartment as a single person?
Well, I love to host. So that's one thing that's ingrained in me from my family in Pune. In Pune, we live in a very big bungalow because we're from the army background. And if they come here, they find this small. When I came to Bombay, and my first apartment was a compass box apartment, and I felt suffocated.
How big was that?
I can't recall, but it was maybe half this size. And essentially, I felt very suffocated because I'm used to living in a big house, very big house in Pune. So I knew that, for me, I have to get to a place where I can call it home.
Okay. And this is the refrigerator over here. You've kept it here.
So that's my second refrigerator because, the owners didn't want to take away theirs and it wasn't big enough. So I have all my beverages stacked here.
Okay, this one here?
This one.
This is where Pooja does her hosting. Okay. I can see you seem to be pretty healthy with the type of juices you have. And this will be the bedroom.
Yes, this is the bedroom.
Okay. This is again a healthy size bedroom. I can see your soft toys.
Yes, you'll see a bunch of them. Most of them dogs because I'm a big fan of pets and particularly dogs. And in Pune I have 5 of them. But in Bombay I can't keep any because we have to go to work.
Tell me, one of the things about Bandra is that I know it's elite and it has a lot of hype about it now. One thing it always does is it gets flooded at a drop of a hat during monsoons. Does this part of Bandra get flooded? Does it like the water coming? You're like on the ground floor, technically,
Yes.
right?
No, it doesn't get flooded really. I would say, in fact, I've not had too much trouble. It's just the traffic that gets clogged up in lanes. So I wouldn't say that's really true. And it's probably worth the trouble because it's Bandra. So it's
Bandra के लिए पूजा वो tolerate कर लेगी.
Yes.
Okay, so Bandra is that special.
Yeah. So once you stay in Bandra, I don't think you can stay anywhere else in India.
In India.
I believe so, but
How's your commute system over here? How do you commute?
I commute by car, so I drive, and it's very simple. I wouldn't say it's very short, but I take Carter Road and then I'll head on to Reclamation, hit the sea link and take the coastal road and reach town.
So the coastal road has been a boon for you.
Absolutely, yes. It's a major boon. For me, it was magical because I clocked it right from entering at Nariman Point to exiting at the toll at Sea Link. It was only 12 minutes. And, for the last 10 years, I've spent nothing short of 40-45 minutes minimum. In fact, I've always chosen my houses also in such a manner that I don't have a nasty route to travel. Because one of my first houses was at Tulsi Pipe Road. And it was a short distance to Lower Parel at the time. But that traffic from that Dadar market and down to that road, Elphinstone Road, and those signals, it used to give me a headache before I even entered work.
Okay, since you said you travel a lot by car.
Yes.
What's the parking provision over here? What's the deal like?
Unfortunately, there's no parking. So we park on the street. And I've been doing that even in my previous house.
What car do you drive?
I drive an XUV 700, so it's a largish car. But I manage parking because one or two spots are usually available, and I've kind of identified a pattern that, if it's not on road 3, then I'll get it on road 4. If not on road 4, on the slope to Pali Hill.
Do you visit a lot of these bars and restaurants here?
Yes, most definitely. I tend to visit Perch a lot. Because it's easy sometimes to just get away out of the blue also. So you just call a friend, but you don't want to travel either. So call a friend, grab a coffee there, grab a glass of wine. That's one of the benefits I feel of living here, because everybody is happy to come and meet you in Bandra and you don't have to travel to them.
How much rent are you paying for this place?
I'm paying 1 lakh per month.
Okay, 1 lakh.
When I first moved to Bombay, I was only paying 16,000 rupees in a 2 BHK which was shared in Mahim. And I thought to myself, all these people who pay 50,000 for rent are absolutely nuts, and I would rather put it down to a down payment somewhere. So why are they doing this? I don't understand it. I thought it was ridiculous. But as I moved on with the years and I realized what the reality of real estate pricing is, and what you really want to do in these 10 years between 23 and 33 is the prime. You want to live a good life. You want quality of living. You don't want to live, at least I don't want to live, somewhere far away, tucked away, very in the suburbs, and then not have a life at all.
Okay. And what next for Pooja? You clearly seem to be in love with Bandra.
Yes.
What's the future looking like for you? What do you want to do?
Well, in the future, I think I want a 2 BHK. And I think since I've already reached this rental price, it won't be very difficult to get a nice 2 BHK, for a slightly, bigger rent.
Last question. Buying a home, is that something you desire? Are you one of those who are agnostic कि घर rental home is good enough for me? या you are one of those who एक खुद का घर तो होना चाहिए?
खुद का घर तो होना चाहिए, but maybe not in Bombay. I might acquire a property in Pune where it's more realistic, or even Goa as a vacation home or in the hills. But I don't think it's realistic and necessarily worthwhile in Bombay. And never know, maybe my good fortune will allow me to do it. So I'm not against it either.
Okay, on that note, Pooja, thank you for coming on The Tenant.
Thank you.
And yeah, good luck for getting your fortune. Go for it.
Thank you so much.
Time for the report card. This is the spacious 1 BHK apartment. I reckon close to 600 square feet carpet area in a standalone building. Location, well, this is Pali Hill, one of the most premium locations of India. Also celebrity hub with actors like Ranbir Kapoor and Amir Khan residing close by. Very green, very peaceful. Connectivity, not its strongest point. There's no rail connectivity at convenience, no metro connectivity. Road connectivity exists, and that is its only strong point, although traffic challenge exists. All in all, if you're a person that wants to be in such a premium location, doesn't need to commute to the extreme parts of Mumbai, is willing to pay a handsome budget, this is a sort of location and project that can be considered. Are you looking for the perfect home? Stop looking around, scan the QR code and explore from thousands of rental properties, read resident reviews and make an informed decision with 99acres.com.